Hi, in this video we are going to talk about another hash map implementation, the so-called linear probing. So basically we have been considering chaining. So one solution when there's a collision, and the collision is that when we would like to insert two items in the same array index, then we could create a linked list. This is what we have been discussing and implementing in the previous lectures. In this video, we are going to discuss the so-called linear probing method. So basically, the approach is the same. We would like to put key value pairs, and we would like to use the hash function in order to generate an array index out of the keys. So this apple, for example, is going to have the array index 0, so we are going to insert 23 to this 0 index. Okay. Let's suppose the fact that we would like to insert 45 with the key orange, and the hash function is going to return the same array index. So the orange is going to be transformed into the array index 0, but we have already inserted the 23 in this location, so it is a collision. And instead of creating basically a linked list, we just have to consider the next available array slot. So we pose the question that is it possible to insert that 45 here? And yeah, it is possible because it is empty. Okay, let's suppose the fact that we would like to insert 100 with the key strawberry. Okay, the hash function is going to generate the array index, and let's suppose the fact that it generates the same index, so the 0. Okay, the 23 is already inserted in this array slot, so we have to consider the next one. Okay, the 45 is already inserted here, so we come to the conclusion that we are not able to insert the 100 in this array position. So we consider the next array slot. Okay, is it possible to insert 100 here? Yeah, it is possible because it is empty, so we insert 100 here. So this is the so-called linear probing. We come to the conclusion that there's a collision. There's an item already inserted to that given position. Then we consider the next slot. Is it possible to insert here? No, we have to consider the next one. This is why it is called linear probing. The quadratic probing, as you may recall, we have to check this one. There's a collision. Then we consider this one. And then we go further and further away from the given location where we detected collision. So instead of a linear probing on a one-by-one basis, we keep going quadratic steps far away from each other. Okay, but this linear probing is usually the approach that is used in these kinds of situations. So what if we would like to get, for example, the value where the key is strawberry? The hash function is going to return the array index 0 for this strawberry key. This is what we have seen. And basically, we have to check that, okay, this 23 is the value, but what's the key associated with this value? If you may recall, this is the apple. Apple is not equal to strawberry, so the keys are not matching. We have to check whether the keys are equal. No, we have to consider the next one. 45 is the value, but the key associated with this value is the orange. Orange is not equal to strawberry, so we have to check the keys again. What about this 100? Okay, it has the key strawberry, and we have the key strawberry, so this is the item we are looking for. We just have to return with 100. Okay, so that's all about the linear probing map implementation. Thanks for watching.